This video is a summary of mission projects by the Foundation for Amateur International Radio Service FAIRS in Dominica. We support feeding and after-school programs on an annual basis.
This is Gay over here. Everybody say hi to Gay.
Hi, Gay!
Woo! All right, and seated right here is Miss Melissa.
Hi, Melissa!
And my name is Dee.
Hi, Dee!
Very nice.
Perfect.
You may have seen some of us before, probably Gay before.
You just saw the feeding and after-school program Love One, Teach One in Roseau. Here we see the children in the feeding program in the East Coast village of Castle Bruce. Their noon lunchtime in a feeding and after-school program. We've been supported in these programs by many local people, FAIRS members, and we've partnered with churches in supporting of these programs on an annual basis. These children would generally go without a lunch if we did not have these feeding programs. Here you see Dee and Melissa observing a feeding program.
We're here at the Watton-Waven, the elementary school here, the government school, and we're watching some of the kids and Dee do hopscotch. And there's one of my friends. Can you wave to me? Yeah. Oh, good. We got you. And here's Melissa. Here.
For the past 7 years, FAIRS has been transporting medical equipment and supplies to the hospital in Roseau. These supplies have been furnished by local doctors, pharmacists, pharmacies, and companies, and many people have supplied funding to buy supplies to take on these mission trips.
In dialysis, they were saying that they really needed these things, so I thought if I could get in touch with their guys back home, if they can get me this, I can get it shipped down, because she said they never have enough.
The clinics in the villages are always short of general medical supplies. We've been supplying diabetic testing kits, nebulizers, Tylenol, antibiotic and antifungal creams, bandages, and other needed supplies. Youthquake is a home for disadvantaged children whose parents are incarcerated or unable to care for them. These children, along with their managers, grow much of their own food in the garden and have chickens for eggs and meat.
That basket's too high.
FAIRS has supplied school supplies, library books, clothes and shoes, basketballs, and other recreational equipment.
Do you want to play with us? Okay, that's fine.
During our recent visit, FAIRS took all of the children to town and purchased shoes for them.
Okay.
From here, we walk down this trail which leads us to the river. The river, there is fresh water flowing in the river. We intend to build 2 tubs, one a warm one and a cool one, so people can go there and bathe. We intend to build a changing area there as well. Yeah. And from there, we walk up to another site which you will see, a 3rd site, and from there if you want to go up to the waterfalls, you can go across the river and go up.
Dominica has very little viable industry, and being the nature island of the Caribbean, is working very hard to develop ecotourism as an economic support for the island. Because of the limited resources of the government, the amateur radio operators of Dominica provide a critical function of emergency and disaster communication.
If it's underutilized or not utilized, it doesn't go down very good with the donor.
Olvi from Sweden and many other FAIRS members have traveled to Dominica to assist the hams.
I know that there were training classes being held here and that people were trained and got certificates. KUV was helping with that. Do we have a system, or do we know where those folks are, or how to follow up with those? I'm not sure who they are, so I'm just asking the question.
Okay, you're also a 5x9 plus here on the island of Dominica, QSL.
Okay, thank you very much
ADX with a pileup 73. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you for Dominica. It's, I'm sure it's just a part of heaven. It's a beautiful island. It's only about 30 miles long, 16 or 17 miles wide, very high mountain peaks, lots of rainforest, and just a really wonderful island. The people here are super. We've been coming down here. This is our 17th trip. And we are working with our foundation, which is a nonprofit foundation called FAIRS, F-A-I-R-S, and you can check that out on the website at fairs.org. But we've been doing some work with the amateur radio operators here on the island of Dominica, but also doing a couple of feeding programs and some after-school help. Over.
Yeah, fine business on that. It's very nice. You're accomplishing two things. You're helping the people there,